Hi, let's continue. Okay, we're going over a creature, the accuser of 717's creation that bonded and mated with Most High's creation. So, the Most High's creations were bonding with the 717's creations. Daniel Cudmore, George Bedingfield Sr., those are who those are, okay? The 717 is Daniel, and my grandpa is the Most High. Now, this is probably the most intense stuff that we've ever gone over. And I know it doesn't read like it is, but it definitely is. Like the way I saw this was very intense and very eye opening. And some things I like to keep for myself, but I'll go ahead and share this with you. The way that this accuser wanted things was that on Earth, the aliens would take over and be in the reality, not as the spirits. They would actually be seen as flesh and blood, as they are in the rest of the universe. But that the prize would be to be as God's creation in God's image in heaven once they got through Earth one life, as all 43s. That's what it was. That was his deal. That's what he wanted. Okay? So I didn't write that, but just mark that down. That's what this accuser wanted. Okay? He was in the court of law writing speeches as Jamie Foxx' love interest in Collateral, just like that. 2 tennis balls would be tossed in the water, separated by 5 miles. Okay, I saw all this at once. He was in court writing the speeches and giving speeches in the very intense courts of law in heaven. Then he had to do a 3-tiered manifest galaxy game, okay? And 2 tennis balls would be tossed in the water separated by 5 miles. Got to get the balls on land, little isles throughout the journey, 10 islands altogether. Scratching, punching, and each equipped with a scope like a pirate scope that turns into a wand for Chagrian magic, which is the Sophratiza, which is deep set ideas magic, which is as the wind spirit. You don't know where it came from and it flees from you right away, but it's deep set ideas magic, okay? So the tennis balls would detonate twice, creating waves and wounding those who carried the ball. Sniper game where you, now the next part, sniper game where you had to snipe a UN of Middle Earth mixed with a gazelle. Involved climbing desert canyons that had trees growing out of sand and rock. And that was like a jungle, like canyons and mountains that are sand and rock, but a jungle, like that's how it looked. Okay, so and all like stacked on top of each other like a like Charlie and the Mighty Ducks that we went over, those types of houses, all stacked on like easy climbing in that sense where you can make it, but it's like trees and stuff just growing out like sideways and all over the place. Very cool looking. Finish. Go to hell and save 5 people that accept Jesus, make it through all the pitfalls. Okay, that was the finish. It was a 3-tiered manifest galaxy game, plus all the intense persecuting and defending that went on in heaven. Okay, at the courts. So, and as he was for that whole saga, he was a Preliminarist mixed with a Suragi, Star Wars, and face of an Arab man. Okay. Now, this is his constellation, okay? The constellation is at 4344, October 21st, 2015. That's where you can find that, okay? Have I looked myself? No, I haven't. I just know that's where it is, okay? I don't even know how you would use that to get there, but somehow it can be done. So, that's his other That's his other create his other constellation. That's his like spirit. That's where he's placed at in the stars. Okay, so then we got this right here.
Prince William, and up here about this nuke. This is very intricate. It shows the star systems coming down on what is known as the Serpentine. And at a certain time at the end of the age.
Okay, all this right here. The way I see this is that this could be the John the Baptist group, the Matt Keogh, and the High Falzuk. They could all be doing this serpentine rope deal where they are like thousands and thousands of spirits for one person. They ride one host, and it's that 138 host that we're talking about, which could be represented by the leopard with the foul wings, which could be up to 8 people that all get controlled like that. But then you see, you would have, based on what happens in the 3-year Qui-Gon Jinn looking for, you would have a lion, a panther, and a tiger. Okay. And Elijah being the tiger as getting things ready or whatever on earth as he, I still think that like my channel is spiritual. The way that I'm showing these things is in a hardcore way, but like my life, I usually will see things and then it'll be like to a lesser degree as from the way that I saw it. It'll be like it does happen, but it'll be to a lesser degree. So there's that whole thing. And that would be what I'm talking about with that video I just showed. In this video here, that would be they go on the serpentine rope to ride the ones that are the idol worship for the Reds, okay? Which is that timeline that starts with the 138 days, which is spoken of at the end of Daniel. So that's something to think about. Also, the other night I tested myself. I said, okay, what's on TV right now? And I was watching Futurama, but I didn't know what was next. Excuse me. And I said Pickle Shirt is what's on. So then I said, let's check. And I looked, and it was The Tale of Two Santas, Futurama. Now, I had no idea. Like, I was going to sleep, and I had turned off the whole thing. I didn't even know what it was about. I didn't know anything about the show. None of it. And pick is like the ice pick, which is the pick and the balls, which, sorry to be graphic, but my Uncle Don, who I associate with the Word of God, had kidney stones, okay, and was very painful down there. So that's one, and then Lee or L would be the other one. So if you want to relate that to the Judas figure that we've gone over, who's shown by the Nettie Vegeta and Wheeler and the one of the ones who takes out the nations that God goes against in the end times, and one of the Eskrima sticks of the death figure, Michael J. Fox. But anyway, I thought that was very interesting that I was able to do that. Just like that, I did not know exactly, like I didn't say it exactly, but I said it very close. Okay. So, all right.